Hello everyone, my name is Eduardo. I am the incubation engineer for MLOps here at GitLab, and today I'm going to be giving an update over the development of the model registry that I've been working for the past month. First of all, what is model registry? Model registry will be a solution that allows data scientists and machine learning engineers to store their models into GitLab, making it very easy to pass them on for deployment later on, to share them with their colleagues, just to make it easier to put the stuff that you build, the models that you build into production and for the users as fast as possible. What is the experience that we want to give with this? Well, what are we looking at here? What would it mean to have a model registry within GitLab? First of all, you have models. A model is like a library that you iterate over time. You have a lot of information about a model itself. And a model can have either candidates or versions. A candidate is when you are developing machine learning models, there's a lot of iterations that you're just changing parameters, you're exploring, and candidates are this exploration is when you are working, you are not really deploying those, but you're just tracking all the metadata, the artifacts that are created, the metrics you want to share with your colleagues, the results you want to review, you want to do hyperparameter tuning. This is on candidates. And some of these candidates can be promoted into model versions. A version is something that can be consumed, that would be consumed by your application. So they are more serious, or they are more they have stronger requirements. They will be more likely to be built through a CI, whereas candidates can be built either locally or CI, but on an early stage. And versions you would expect more rigorous training and creation. So users will be able to promote a candidate that they have created into a model version. That could mean trigger a pipeline that creates a new model version from the parameters that the candidate had, or just creating a version from the candidate directly. All of these versions, beyond just the files that they have, they will contain metadata. You will be able to pass metadata, training time, GPU usage, metrics, parameters that were used, the tracking to the data that was used on that model, and plenty of other like code base that you would be able to see, the CI pipeline that was used to create that model, and so on and so forth. And having this version, then the application can easily pull the correct version to serve to the users. So given this UX, or this user experience, this idea, where are we right now? So beyond the part of the experiments, the model experiments, which we have deployed on 16.2 as well. So 16.0, you already can GitLab track candidates and track metadata and search for all those for artifacts, and so visualize parameters and so on and so forth. But for model registry specifically, what have we built over the past few weeks? One, users can already upload and download model artifacts. There's a specific package type for machine learning models, which allows us to increase a little bit of the limit for these files to 10 gigabytes. But it doesn't have support for directory structure. So you cannot pass a folder with many things, like multiple folders, each folder having a file into the package registry. Only at the root of the package. You can already create, when you upload the model the artifact, when you upload a file, it will create a model version. A model version it needs to be assigned a version that follows the some spec, a major, minor, and a patch. This will be really useful down the road, because then we can provide a functionality that picks the latest version that doesn't have breaking changes. So it will allow users to set up automatic deployment of new models. So this is why we chose some semantic versioning. You can already track candidates for a specific model. So if you create a model, it will allow you to already use MLflow to track candidates, the MLflow client to track candidates for that model. And it also has a simple display for the models and model versions that you created. All of this is behind a feature flag. It is not enabled on GitLab.com. It is not enabled for self-managed customers. It is very early in development. But what I mean is, we already have an API that you can upload your files, and you will start creating the models and the versions. This is very simplistic UI, just to see what is going on over here. But this is what we have so far on 16.2. What do we expect for 16.3? We worked, the heavy work that we did so far was on creating the data layer, meaning all the backend changes that you don't see happening. That was done pretty much, and now we're moving on to the UI. So there was a very simplistic UI that I showed before, but we want to iterate on this. We want to add search, pagina search, the model management, delete, create, and upload files directly from the UI. We also want to make it easier to manage these models through an API. Right now, the only APIs that we have enabled is to upload and download files, but we want to do better than that. We want to allow users to create the models, change them, manage them directly through an API, models and model versions and candidates. This is what I expect for 16.3. For 16.4, we want to integrate better our model experiments into the model registry. So everything that we have developed for model experiments will become part of model registry. Tracking the metadata, displaying the metadata, this will all be part of the model registry. We'll start thinking at this level how to promote a candidate to a model version. So what does it mean? Should we trigger a new CI pipeline or just copy the metadata? What does it look like? We want to also add on 16.4 support for different directors structure. So you don't need to upload just in the root, but you can pass a folder. A lot of the tooling that like PyCaret and others, they need this folder structure, so we will provide those. We also want to continue what we did with model experiments and provide a compatibility layer to the MLflow client, so that users that already use the MLflow can switch to using GitLab Model Registry without changing their code base. Again, all of this is part of the GitLab platform. So you already expect here user authentication, artifact management. The data scientists don't need to worry about this. This is already available through GitLab. We are just adding more on top of, we are just making easier by adding this model registry. We also want to, for example, integrate with merge requests, integrate with the CI. If the model version is already pulled from, was already created through a CI, we want to show all of the information from the CI, how much time, what are the logs, and so on and so forth. So this is what I had for today. If you are interested in following up, the best way is going to the Epic for on the development. I have a thread there with all of where I will be keeping posting updates. Thank you.